Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Today we're going through Spring of Sorrow part 3. Going to talk you through some of the champs you can have, and then later on in the week on the channel you will see a bit of gameplay of me taking down this fight. This fight's quite a weird one. Easy defender, obviously with Gwenpool, you know, really you've not got too much to worry about. As for the defender, it's what the nodes that make this really hard. Sort of on the opposite scale was Onslaught, the last boss. Onslaught was much harder to take on because of his base kit. The nodes were neither here nor there. It was really just a massive Onslaught because he was a hard defender, whereas because Gwenpool is relatively easy, you know, if she didn't have these nodes on, she'd be quite easy to play. And to be fair, of all the fights, I'd still say Iron Fist is the easiest, but she's definitely not harder than Onslaught. Let's talk through the nodes and then the type of champs you can use. So obviously she's got a shed load of health. Let's just quickly do this. She's got a shed load of health. She can never lose more than 50% of her current health per hit, but let's be honest, you're not doing a 500k hit, so she'll do really well to lose all of that damage. Other than that, of actual Gwenpool, not too much of an issue. Heavy attacks will bleed. SP1 is easy to dex. However, the nodes. Steady loses the race. When the attacker is immune to reverse controls, you lose 10% of your max health. Basically, you can't be bringing anyone who's immune to reverse controls, no matter what. I actually think this makes the fight a little bit better because, you know, if you could bring in Professor X, it's a really easy fight. It's just a big Gwenpool. You know, at least the reverse controls add some form of complexity to it. The reason that Steady loses the race is there is because at the start of the fight, you're inflicted with a reverse controls passive for 8 seconds. After 8 seconds, it then goes on cooldown for 8 seconds and then repeats. So basically, every other 8 seconds, so for 8 seconds you'll have reverse controls, then not reverse controls, then reverse controls, then not reverse controls, which I think is, firstly, a smart way of doing it, because it makes you, you know, from the fight to make it a difficult fight, because that was strange. Otherwise, you'll get used to reverse controls. This keeps you constantly trying to, constantly concentrating, making that a little bit harder. All special attacks are unblockable. You only gain bar of power when she does, and the final hit of their special attack inflicts imminent death. So if you do get hit by their special attack, you have to perform a light combo ender to remove it. Really, you have to do that pretty quick if you get hit. Whenever a hit from the special attack is dodged, you gain a prowess, so this really helps you out. These prowess passives reduce the attacker's block proficiency by 30%. So although you might be taking more hits, you can't block, which makes this fight even harder because that means you have to be really good at intercepting without reverse controls. Finally, at the start of the fight, as soon as the defender is less than a bar of power, 14-second timer is started. Paused during their specials. If the defender fills a bar of power, it's removed. If the timer expires, you're dealt 50% of your max health and the timer restarts. So if we just look into this fight straight away, who am I immediately thinking as a good counter is obviously Kitty Pryde. If she's phased, she won't take the 50% from impending extortion. The prowesses will help her out. If she's phased, you're less likely to take, you're not going to obviously be damaged by it. The problem comes when you look at how long is this going to take? Go back, go in and look at the requirements for the the solo event quest. You need to have a skill champion tagged as Clarity or a champion tagged as 2017. So this is now where we'll go through the best counters. So as mentioned, it's a heavy reverse controls fight. But other than that, you've probably not got too much to worry about there, other than you're not able to block. So it's a lot of intercepting, it's a lot of countering heavies, that sort of stuff. So let's look at who you can have. So we'll first look at a skill champ tagged as Clarity. So Aegon, you will probably, I'm probably going to try Aegon. He's my best Clarity champ. What we'll do is we'll look at 6 stars so you can see all the champs who are in here. So Aegon probably is my best one, as I just mentioned, who I currently own. Bullseye and Killmonger are 2 great options. You've got quite a lot of champs in here who are top tier champs. Hitmonkey, Valkyrie would be quite good. With this fight, just because you're able to hit into a block, you don't always have to intercept to do damage. You can just hit into the block, which will be nice. Crossbones and Bullseye. So really, Bullseye, Crossbones, Hitmonkey, and Valkyrie are probably your best options there of champs that I've not got. Aegon is a good one because you will be able to ramp him up. However, the only problem with this is it's just the one fight. So how many hits are you really going to do? I'm going to try Aegon. If he does not work, then unfortunately I'm going to have to hope I get someone good in the Titan pool. So next we're then going to look at a 2017 champ. So in that one you've got champs like Aegon, Bullseye, as you just saw. Now when we look at, oh, what happened there? 2017 didn't work. Let's just go straight to the bottom. 2017, confirm. As a 7-star, Blade and Angela. Stark Spidey is Stark enhanced Spidey will work for this fight. Probably work quite well, actually. So he's a great option. Definitely soloable. And then when you look at 6 stars, quite a lot in here. So if we go down, look at the champs I've got. I'll be attempting it with Kingpin. I probably don't feel like this will work. Regular King Groot, I guess he does have a lot of regen, so you will be able to stay in this fight for much longer. Archangel probably won't work. The parry heavies with all that block penetration that Gwenpool, or that Gwenpool will have due to you Dex in her specials, is really not going to help. And then finally, you've probably got, out of all those other champs, again, Stark enhanced Spidey. So you're looking at your top, let's say your 5 options for this one, or 3 options: Kingpin, Iceman, and then Spidey Stark enhanced does work for both. So if you've got him as a 7-star, you're absolutely laughing. Dex enough as you possibly can, then do as much damage as you can in those special attacks. It might take a lot of revives. Blade also works as a double. So if you've got 7-star Blade, he will be a great champ. So that's the first Spring of Sorrow part 3. Hopefully this video has helped you out of champs you could use. As mentioned, I will have the explanation and fight coming soon. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.